What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel with some more Forza Horizon 5. And in today's video we are continuing our adventure into this new game. Well, I say it's a new game because it just released on PS5 not too long ago. I know this game has been out for like 6 years, so who's counting? So we just got through the introduction. We're driving the Corvette C8 with the what looks like a Z06 body kit on it in this peculiar view. That's one thing I do like about this game, besides like the lighting and the content structure, which I will get to in a minute. Is some of these camera angles are, you know, I just don't see them in many games, you know, besides Assetto Corsa or whatever. So I'm glad that they put that as an option for people to experience, decide to see what they like. For these types of games, I do like to drive in third person. That's how I've always been. That's how, I've played arcade games, even Gran Turismo at one point, when, the earlier Gran Turismo 4 days, and Gran Turismo 3 days, so, I'm not, it's no stranger to me. And look at all those events. And I got some new cars. Because I played Horizon 3, 4, Motorsports 6, and 7. I get a couple of cars, including what looks like a Lamborghini Centenario and a Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Which probably is one of my favorite cars of all time. Like, it just is. Like, it sounds epic. And I believe, yep, that's what we are going to choose. I do these in post commentaries because I'm still trying to get used to the whole talking, because normally I really don't have the hard drive space to just like continuously like record, so I like to do post commentary sometimes, So yeah, I picked the Porsche 911 GT2 RS, and that's pretty much the main car that we're going to use for today's episode. At this time, I'm still trying to get used to the controls, the way the car handles. And honestly, I do like the car selection in this game. I really do. And going back to the content structure, this game, I wish Gran Turismo had this game's content structure. How you get to grind out for cars and stuff. They're not always readily available. There's a reason for you to play this game rather than just grind out for a letter number. Because if you guys haven't played Gran Turismo 7 or even Gran Turismo Sport, the main attraction for that game is sport mode, and you don't really gain anything in sport mode besides, like, obviously your ranks, your A+, your A's, your B's, your C's, your D's, and what have you. But there is nothing to keep you there. Like, there's no reward system, there's no reward structure. So, coming from that game to this game, I don't see why people want to shit all over Forza. I really don't. This game GT wish this game, well, I'm sorry, let me back it up. Gran Turismo wants this game's content structure and content patches. Like, there is no way you're gonna choose a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the 2023 one, over like a Unimog or the new 992 GT3R over a C5 Corvette. I mean, I thought a racing game is supposed to have like new cars to make it feel fresh, not feel stale and boring. So yeah, I really do appreciate like what this game in terms of content has to offer. Like, sometimes like when I playing this game offline, I kind of wonder why I would go back to Gran Turismo, because like there's nothing there for me. There's nothing there for me to do, like, Yeah, I can grind out the A plus driver rating and stuff. Oh, and I had a massive spin there, and I lost my wing. You know, that's another thing I don't understand. Every other game company is allowed to just destroy these models, right? Missing bumpers, cracked headlights, you know, fucking just like absolutely destroy this car, but Gran Turismo can't? Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. How's that realism? You know? And I know some people are gonna be like, well, these car models, you know, their manufacturers don't want them to be destroyed, but I'm like, well, Ferrari lends out their cars to Need for Speed. Like, what's Need for Speed known for? Police chases and crashes. Like, if you're going to lend your cars to that, like, franchise, you have no excuse. You're just being lazy. Absolutely lazy. And also on the topic of car models, you know, even though these car models don't look as good as the ones in Gran Turismo, like, they still do a pretty good serviceable job. Like, these cars look great. These cars look excellent, alright? And, you know, the debate as to whether or not these cars sound like, you know, sound alright. I mean, they sound alright, you know. You know, obviously, like, I don't think any car company, not car company, but any game studio, I don't think any game studio comes close to Drive Club and Need for Speed, Most Wanted, a Criterion game, or even Hot Pursuit 2010 in terms of car sound. Like, no game has beaten those studios. And those games released back in 2013, 2012. So what have people been doing all this time? You know, you get so many like microphone, audio equipment, like, that cost tens of thousands of dollars probably, and you guys can't even like, you know, get car sounds properly. Like, what are you doing? You have all these, you're paying all these audio engineers for like nothing, pretty much. Like, it just seems like that. But, you know, enough of me like rambling. I guess in these types of games, I don't really like customizing cars, just because, like, you know, they tend to get out of control, you know, in terms of like the handling and stuff like that. So it's just not something I dabble into, but I probably am gonna dabble into this game just because I do want to play the multiplayer. And by the time you're seeing this, I have already dipped my toes into multiplayer, and I'll be giving my thoughts on that on a later date. Oh, another thing about the car list, there are some cars I didn't even know even existed. Like, there's the Ferrari J50, there's like the Porsche Mission R, you know, there's just so many models that I didn't even know even existed. So, you know, while Gran Turismo adds useless models like this Unimog and the C5 Corvette, you know, you get to try out the Ferrari SP2. Now, I'm not sure if they have the Daytona. I didn't really check the cars for that. But they also have the Ferrari Challenge car, the one that's based off the 488, and they also have the 488 GTE. Like, come on, bro. Like, they don't even have the 458 GT3 anymore. That's how updated these cars are. So I'm very, very happy with, you know, the content in Forza Horizon. You know, with this game coming to PlayStation, I hope Forza Motorsport also comes to PlayStation. Now I haven't played the newest one. I have not played the newest Forza Motorsport yet, but I'm hoping that it has the same content structure as this game. This should be the pinnacle of racing games at this point. Right here. Like, it has everything. Like, good music, a fantastic car list, physics that don't make you want to throw your controller. It's just everything that I want in a racing game. So I'm very, very happy that this game finally came over after years of speculation and rumors. So that is something that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that was just pretty much showcasing the 2 DLCs that I also got. The Hot Wheels and the Rally expansion.
You'll find all the latest Horizon events on your map. Go explore, have fun.
So yeah, we're also going to do some more races with the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. I don't think, first of all, like, while I do love this car, I don't think it measures up to the 997 GT2 RS based off of looks. Like, I think the 997 GT2 is probably the best looking supercar, like, or at least one of the best looking supercars. Because I know the Ferrari 488 Pista is I would reckon the best looking Ferrari ever made. Period. Like, I don't think there's anything that comes close to that, to be honest with you. Not the 458, not the 360 Challenge Stradale, definitely not the 458 Special.
If you want to repaint your ride, you're in the right place.
So yeah, we're just going to be picking out a special livery for this car. It's a shame they don't have the GT2 RS Club Sport in here. That would be really nice. So yeah, we're just picking out a livery for the 911 GT2 RS, and I honestly, like, I wonder if we're going to get any more, like, I guess, Xbox games like Halo. Like, imagine Halo coming to PlayStation. Now, I mean, obviously some of us thought our version of Halo would be Destiny, Destiny the game, but I think that'd be pretty cool. I think we're coming to an end of exclusives and console wars, hopefully, that we could just play any game anywhere. Now we chose the delivery that's on the, I think it's the number 91 Porsche 911 RSR GTE. If you played Gran Turismo, you would know that that's one of the base liveries that you get with that. Now, I'm not sure how people get those tire stickers on the cars. I still have to figure that out. But I think these liveries look pretty nice.
Yes?
I think this game, like, it's listed to have over 900 cars, and I kind of believe them. But I like how I like the variety. There's something for everybody. There isn't like really a dull moment. You got drift cars, you got supercars, you got modern sports cars and stuff like that. You got off-roaders, and that's something that Gran Turismo really doesn't. They don't really have a big off-road presence. But then again, that is because I guess it's a track racer, so not gonna have that much off-road presence. I do like the fact that they do have race cars in here. One car that I was surprised that they didn't include in this game is the Dodge Viper GT2 RS. The race car. I'm surprised they didn't include that. You know, I think that would have been pretty solid. No, I mean, obviously I don't know when the next Horizon game is going to be, so maybe they'll just include it in, you know, some content patch down the line, maybe, you know. I don't know, you know, the development cycles for Horizon, you know, besides the fact that, it's an on and off year, so like 1 year Horizon, and then next year it is, Motorsport, but I don't know, I think they're moving away from that, if I can remember correctly, because this game came out in 2021. So, yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to look into. Obviously, we have a plethora of Porsches. We even got the 911 GT2 from 95. Now, in other games, you could put the body kit on the regular 993 Carrera S. But I don't know. I feel like that's just not authentic. I just think that's not authentic, and I do have to say, if you guys are enjoying the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. All helps the channel out. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. We're so close to there. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, and I really want to push this racing game YouTube channel, like, to, you know, to grow and to actually be something one day. Yeah, so, you know, all of that helps, you know. Now, as far as Horizon 5 goes, I guess Horizon games in general, I think Horizon 4 was the best Horizon game that I've ever played. I think, because, you know, the whole seasons and stuff, I just think they just added something different to the game. And you know what's funny though? I don't remember if I collected all of my wheel spins from Horizon 4. And there we go. We just got a 911 GT2. I've always thought these cars were cool. I always thought these cars were, you know, the perfect substitute for, you know, a faster-ish Ferrari. You know, like if you can't like really like afford a 488, you could just opt out for a GT2, because honestly, I don't know, those two cars to me, like, I think they're like the best of the supercar class, you know, because, you know, yes, there's the McLaren 720S and all that stuff, but I don't know, I don't think those two cars come. I don't think those cars come close to the 911 GT2 and the Ferrari 488 Pista, you know, in terms of like dream cars. But you know, I guess, you know, everybody's different, to each their own. I cannot wait until Porsche unveils their new 911 GT2, the one for the 992. I can't wait for that. I think that's going to be epic. I think that's going to be a like showstopper. You know, because obviously there have been rumors that there's going to be a hybrid system, like the new updated 992 Turbo S. You know, so I'm not sure if it's going to be 4-wheel drive. I can't imagine it being 4-wheel drive. You know, like, because, you know, the engine already powers the rear wheels, so what, with the electric motor or motors power the front wheels, like to like a certain point? Because from what I remember from the 918 Spider, that has partial 4-wheel drive. I think it's about 150 miles an hour where the front electric motors disconnect and it becomes straight rear wheel drive. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna be something like that. I'm excited for the future. You know, I don't know what's going to happen to the GT3. Maybe it's going to be twin turbocharged like every other 911, or is it going to be like electrically powered, you know? If it was twin turbocharged, it would just make it a way more cheap GT2, because the GT2 is a turbocharged, and it has a turbocharged engine and it's rear-wheel drive. So you know, you're kind of really making it, you know, a lesser expensive version of the GT2. So you know, obviously it's probably going to keep its natural aspirationness. Well, not natural aspirationness, but like it's high revving, you know, quality. Because I think like the last couple GT3s, they rev to 9,000 RPM. So you know, the world of cars is exciting. And also Europe is banning carbon fiber by 2030. I don't know how that's possible, and I really don't know why. I mean, Europe has been using carbon fiber since like, I don't know, like the late 90s, something like that, something crazy like that. So the fact that they're considering banning it, like, that's kind of weird. I would like to read up on it, but obviously not today anyways. And I finished first in this circuit race. So, you know, what do you guys want the next Horizon to be? I think I heard from somewhere that it's probably going to take place in Germany. Now, I know like all the weebs would want it in Japan, like for some reason. I don't know why. I never really had a affinity for Japan. I mean, obviously, I do watch anime and stuff, you know, but just like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's so special about Japan when, you know, there's the Autobahn, there's potential Nürburgring, you know, stuff like that, you know. That would be pretty. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, you know, it's alright. I like it. I should probably be collecting more of those boards.
The Horizon team have hit them all over Mexico.
Dude, I love this car. I love this car. I love the way it looks so much, dude. And I love the just the sound of it. I think, well, actually, if you ask people like what's the best sound in 911, obviously most people would say it's the GT3, because you know it's high revving, 9,000 RPM, naturally aspirated. You know, it's an enthusiast's dream, but I think the GT2 sounds just as good, but in a different way. So it's like a heavily modified turbo engine. So yeah, this is some stuff I didn't know before. But yeah, I gotta give Horizon Arcade a try, because I don't know, I don't know what it is, but it sounds fun. So try to do a donut around that Dodge Viper, but I just end up peeling away. Yeah, this world looks so amazing. This world absolutely looks amazing. So yeah, I am about to do one more race. I'm just looking around the map, seeing what's out there. Alrighty. Alright, there's a Hot Wheels expansion right there. Just looking at those icons. So yeah, I mean,
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Turn around. In 400 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination. Hey, Cannonball. Great work out there. We're just about ready for a Horizon adventure, and we want you on the project. Speak soon. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hola, mi amigo. These are all the cars you've ever owned. There are some gaps in your collection, though. You should do something about that.